Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, and today's video is another troll weapon video. This time we're looking at the support class and the M1917 MG, one of the LMGs I find the most frustrating to be killed by. Just like in the other videos in this series, I'll talk you through just why it's so annoying to be taken down by someone using it. So if you find this video useful or entertaining, make sure you've hit the like button before you go, and if you're new around here and you want to keep up to date with any of my future content, make sure you've hit the subscribe button as well. So the M1917 MG, very commonly referred to as the Browning, very quickly became one of the most popular LMGs when it dropped with the Turning Tides DLC way back in December of 2017. Now, this was for a number of reasons, primarily because of the huge 250 round mag and the ability to fire off 65 of those rounds in succession without an overheat. Added to that, it's got decent stats for recoil and spread, with a similar feel to loads of other LMGs with the same medium rate of fire. So there was the potential to do what lots of other support players, me included, had felt was a bit missing from the support class, and that was to lay down extended and effective suppressive fire against onrushing groups of enemies. Battlefield 1, after all, is based in World War I, and if you stayed awake during school, you know that the introduction of machine gun nests covering large sections of no man's land in between the trenches was a huge and iconic part of the new type of warfare that was an integral part of the war to end all wars. The introduction of the Browning with the massive magazine and the steady chug 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 of those rounds being fired was, I felt, a nice tip of the hat to that particular aspect of the Great War. But anyway, in terms of BF1, how does that make it a troll? Why is it so annoying to get killed by? Well, if you've used the M1917 MG before, then I think you'll agree with me when I say it's one of the easiest LMGs available to you. Similar to the Perino, it's a jack of all trades, not particularly excelling in any one area, but it's solid enough in each of them that with some extra skill and decent positioning, you can really do some damage to the other team and up your kills per minute quite drastically. After the TTK 2.0 patch, just like with loads of other LMGs, using the bipod turned it into an absolute laser beam because of the slower rate of fire. Once you get used to the time to kill and the bullet velocity, you'll be able to pick off targets from almost any range that decide to pop out of cover for whatever reason. Getting suppressed by the Browning at mid-range is particularly hard to deal with when you're using the medic class, because your aim's going to be going all over the place when you're getting shot at, and you know you're going to get taken out in just a few seconds unless you can kill your target first. It makes it very easy to pick up a kill against anyone at mid-range with the Browning. Now, moving and shooting with the M1917 MG is quite easy. The recoil doesn't throw you anywhere crazy, and as long as you're aiming down sight before you start pulling the trigger, you won't see your spread throwing your bullets off anywhere drastic. But the particular aspect of the Browning that turns your life into a grumpy cat meme is when people lay down in the middle of nowhere deciding to use the bipod and start taking people out. The thing is, with this gun, it's so easy to use when you're employing the bipod, so people get away with it in absolutely any position. There's almost no forethought into it. You can literally lay down in the open and start firing. Because you're able to put out so many bullets at such a decent rate of fire, it's a real struggle unless you get outnumbered to be taken out yourself. Now, while I'm all up for really jammy tactics and stuff that might cause a little bit of rage, this one particularly grinds my gears. Look, if you want to use the bipod, that's fine. Just find yourself an advantageous position. Maybe find some sort of window to shoot out of, or a rock to hide behind. Lying down in the open, you might as well just roll over and turn your rear end towards the enemy because, you know, eventually you're gonna get f***ed. So the reasons that I think the M1917 MG is a troll weapon is just because it is so easy to use. It's hard to go wrong with it, and in the hands of an experienced and highly skilled player, it can be incredibly lethal. But even with those players that are fairly new to Battlefield 1, the M1917 MG is a very safe and reliable option. But that's just what I think. Do you think the Browning is a troll weapon? Do you think it's really easy to use? Or which LMG do you think deserves the title of a troll weapon? Make sure you let me know what you think down in the comments below. And a quick thank you to those of you guys that are helping to support the channel through Patreon. It's because of you guys that I'm getting that little bit closer to being able to do this full time, and hopefully in the near future that will actually be possible with a little bit more support. So if you'd like to become a patron yourself, I've left a link in the description. There'll be one in the pinned comment and also a handy button on the end screen that will take you straight to the Patreon page where, if you'd like to, you can help support the channel from as little as $1 a month. So if you had a good time, make sure you've hit the like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button too. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you can get notifications and not miss any future posts. Feel free to share this video with whoever and wherever you like. And until next time, that's Dame Over. Peace.